Alright, in this video, we're gonna get the lead out. We got 2 containers full of lead here. I'll explain what I'm doing with that. Y'all know I get excited when I find lead. I like finding lead because I use it for so many different things. 1, diving weights. That's a little mold you pour in here. It makes a diving weight to go on your hip to dive down so it weights you down. Y'all know on my crab trout lines, I got giant lead ingots on each end like anchors that hold it and stretch out my crab trout line and my shrimp trout line. So I've used multiple piles of lead to do that. Fishing, you know, we use it for regular fishing weights too. Now some of this lead, when it comes in, it's got stuff on it like, let me see if I can find a couple, like here. We'll try to clean a lot of this off here. We'll be able to take that off right there, I think, yeah. And get this lid off of that. So, and we'll throw the steel away like here. We won't melt that down if we can help it. Some of this stuff we'll clean up, but some of it we won't be able to get out, like these right here. And what will happen on that is that will actually float to the top or float to the bottom, some of this steel and brass and all. And we'll take a scoop and scoop that out. I think it becomes a liquid. It will be able to scoop it out. Now, let's talk about melting lead. Now, lead. Well, y'all see me melt aluminum. Aluminum melts at 1220 degrees Fahrenheit, which is up there pretty good. I just melted some silver the other day, 1760 degrees Fahrenheit. Y'all see me melt gold, 1945 degrees Fahrenheit. But lead, 621 degrees. The lowest melting metal that I usually melt is lead. Normally I have kilns to melt everything else. Y'all see my kiln for my aluminum, my kiln for my gold, kiln for my silver, kiln for glass. Glass gets, they call it slumping. It won't really get to a liquid. It gets about 1400 degrees. But to really get glass to a liquid, it's got to go way up there. But anyway, we're not melting glass. Lead. I have melted lead right on my grill in a container like this right here. This is a pot right here, and that's what I'm going to try to do. A little unusual today. We got 50-mile-an-hour winds out there, so it may not melt. But I have done it out there, and it does work. We'll try this first. If it doesn't work, we will go to our regular kiln that we melt aluminum in and get one of my crucibles just melted in that. I know I can do that. But let's talk about melting lead real quick. Lead gives off toxic fumes when you melt it. So you want to do it on the outside. Don't do it inside on your stove or anything, because the fumes outside, 50-mile-an-hour wind, they're going to blow right away. And I'm not going to be around anyway. I'll cut it on and walk away. Now, after you melt it, you want to pour it into something like either the diving weights or lead muffins. I call it right there. It's just a muffin pan, but we'll pour the lead and make muffins. That way we can pull it out and make weights or whatever we want to do later on. But at least it gets it out of this right here where we can actually use it. Like I say, the stuff will melt to the top, and you'll have to scoop off, get it so it's pure. So not pure. But one thing I want to warn you about is when you're doing this, make sure. Well, one thing you want to spray what you're pouring in with some dry graphite. This I'll spray just a little bit so you see it. You see it going in there, right there. It's a graphite in there, and what it does, it keeps it from sticking to the pan. If you don't have that in there, that stuff will stick. You'll never get it out. You'll ruin the pan trying to get it out. You got to have it sprayed so it's got a release agent so that lead will pop right out of what you sprayed in. The second thing you got to be careful about is water and liquid metals. If you're outside and if it's just one drop of rain in this and you pour that hot liquid in, it's going to instantly turn to steam, explode, and throw liquid lead everywhere. You got to be very careful when you're pouring. And same thing with my aluminum. You got to make sure there's no water anywhere because it will explode. But anyway, we're going to make sure it's nice and dry. It rained early this morning, but I think that's all gone. A lot of wind out there, so we should be okay. We're going to go ahead and give this a try first in the pan on the grill, and if it doesn't melt, we'll get the my regular kiln out that I melt the aluminum in and melt it there. We got about 30 pounds of melt down, so let's get started right now. Here we go. All right, you see the grill is working. It's starting to melt down. Once it gets down to a certain point, we'll get our little dipper out and clean it up. Alright, as you can see, a lot of this stuff just floats to the top. It's all the steel and the pieces there that we don't want in our mix. Look at that right there. That ain't nothing but junk. So we'll skim around here and try to get as much of this off out of here as we can. And you can see a lot of it is just nothing but wire. Look at that. Just nothing but wire and stuff that was in those things. So we're going to try to get it all out of here. Here we go. There's a rock. Alright, this is about half of what we got. We're going to go ahead and see if we can pour a couple muffins right now out of it. A little bit hard to pour this with this pan, I think, but we're going to give it a try. Here we go. Pretty hot, too. 1 muffin. 2 muffin. 3 muffin. 4. Wow. We're getting there. We're going to leave some in here, though, because I want the new batch to already have some liquid in it. So as we put the new in here, it'll melt a lot faster. Okay, let's get the new in here. Alright, check the trash we just dipped out of that stuff. Man, it is just loaded with trash. We lost a lot of trash there, but it's pretty clean looking now. So we're going to pour the rest of it right now, and we're going to be done. I wish there was a handle on it to make it a little bit easier to pour. But we got to do what we got to do. That is 1 big container of lead. Here we go. I might have to put it down for a minute to cool my hands down. It's getting pretty hot on my hand here. Yep, I got to put it down just for a second. Switch out a little bit here. Pretty hot. Might have to put it back on there to heat it up some more, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Alright, she's going in there. It's looking good. Looking good. Alright, but it's starting to harden up on me here. We'll got to heat it up one more time, because she's not quite getting it all out. We got to get all this out. We're going to heat it one more time here to get it good and liquid. And we'll make one last pour. And we are done. Over 25 pounds of lead. This will definitely come in handy in some of our future projects this summer for sure. So we got one more thing off the list to do. Moving on to the next one. Done. All right, appreciate everybody coming on. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. And until what we'll be melting tomorrow, stay tuned.